Have you ever wondered what UFOs really are? Aliens? Maybe. But what if they were actually man-made inventions?
What I think they're doing, first of all, one, we may be faking a UFO situation for reasons that I don't understand.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of the enigmatic Nikola Tesla, a name synonymous with groundbreaking inventions. One of the most intriguing, a flying machine unlike anything we've ever seen. Some even say it explains UFOs. Originally, he thought of an electric plane powered by a ground-based generator, but his ambitions soared even higher. In his own words, Tesla wrote, "I am planning aerial machines devoid of wings, flaps, propellers, and other external accessories." Imagine that, a flying machine that defies conventional design, reaching incredible speeds. But wait, there's more. Tesla even wrote to a colleague about a bizarre flying machine resembling a gas stove. This lightweight contraption could supposedly fly from New York to Colorado Springs and even fit through a window. Sounds pretty outlandish, right? Here's the thing. If Tesla actually built this flying machine, why haven't we heard more about it? And more importantly, why do we always assume UFO sightings are alien spacecraft? Could some UFOs actually be these long-lost Tesla creations? It might sound like science fiction, but hey, Tesla was a man known for pushing boundaries. In an interview between Nikola Tesla and the New York Herald in 1911, Tesla said, "My flying machine will have neither wings nor propellers. You might see it on the ground, and you would never guess that it was a flying machine. Yet it will be able to move at will through the air in any direction with perfect safety, at higher speeds than have yet been reached, regardless of weather and oblivious of holes in the air or downward currents. It will ascend in such currents if desired. It can remain absolutely stationary in the air, even in a wind, for a great length of time. Its lifting power will not depend upon any such delicate devices as the bird has to employ, but upon positive mechanical action." So, does this plane operate without fuel? No, that's not the case. Tesla believed that everything in the universe was permeated by a mysterious substance called ether. This wasn't your average jet fuel. Ether was supposed to be a universal energy source, the very building block of matter itself. In Tesla's own words, "When set in motion, this fluid, the ether, becomes dense matter." Imagine manipulating this ether. Tesla believed that by controlling the flow of ether, we could essentially create and destroy matter at will. Sounds like something straight out of a superhero movie, right? Well, that's exactly the kind of power Tesla envisioned for his flying machine. It could explain how UFOs seemingly appear and disappear in an instant, manipulation of the ether. However, in 1881, the existence of ether was disproved by the Michelson-Morley experiment. This experiment supported the theory that space is a vacuum and that air is simply a chemical composition of oxygen and nitrogen, along with other minor components. Except, Tesla wasn't convinced. He believed his own methods were superior and continued his experiments. In 1896, he invented a new form of vacuum tube that could be charged to any high voltage and operated at pressures up to 4,000 volts. In 1929, Tesla spoke of these vacuum tubes saying, "One of the first striking observations made with my tubes was that a purplish glow for several feet around the end of the tube was formed, and I readily ascertained that it was due to the escape of the charges of the particles as soon as they passed out into the air, for it was only in a nearly perfect vacuum that these charges could be confined to them. The coronal discharge proved that there must be a medium besides air in the space, composed of particles immeasurably smaller than those of air, as otherwise such a discharge would not be possible. On further investigation, I found that this gas was so light that a volume equal to that of the Earth would weigh only about 1/20th of a pound." Intriguingly, some modern scientists are revisiting the idea of an energy field filling the universe, whether they call it ether, orgone, quantum sea of energy, zero-point energy, scalar wave fields, or whatever. Could Tesla have been ahead of his time? But perhaps we will discuss ether in another video. Now let's get back to Tesla's airplane. Not only can an airplane fly in the air, but Tesla also wants it to travel between planets. This is how Tesla himself described it in the last years of his life. After these experiments, I planned to build a machine that could fly not only in the air, but also in interplanetary space. The operating principle of the flying machine is as follows. Towards the direction of flight, the compression of the ether becomes weaker by the generator installed on the flying machine. As the ether continues to press with a previous intensity from all other sides, the flying machine begins to move. Being inside this flying machine, you will not feel its acceleration since the ether should not hinder your movement. But I had to abandon my plans to create the flying machine. There were two reasons for this. First, I don't have the money to work secretly, but the main reason is that the Great War started in Europe, and I wouldn't want my inventions to be used to kill. When the hell are these crazy people going to stop? Now, when you hear descriptions of UFOs, strange shapes, defying physics, doesn't it sound a bit familiar? Could Tesla's vision actually be the key to understanding UFOs? Let's discuss in the comments below.